Ever notice how some celebrities seem to apologize for the same mistakes over and over? It's become a strange pattern in the age of social media where a single tweet or video can make or break a career. Um, but how many of these apologies are genuine and how many are just damage control? Let's dive into the stories of stars who said, "I'm sorry," only to repeat the behavior that got them in trouble in the first place. Chrissy Teigen built a brand on unfiltered honesty, but old tweets resurfaced revealing abusive language toward a teenager. Uh, she apologized, calling her past self insecure, but then faced new accusations of bullying. Critics questioned if the apology was performative, as similar private conduct came to light. Uh, Kevin Hart stepped down as Oscars host after homophobic tweets surfaced. He initially refused to apologize, then offered regret, but later seemed to dismiss the gravity of his words, claiming cancel culture was to blame. It felt like he was more upset about the consequences than the offense itself. Roseanne Barr's career imploded after a racist tweet, and she blamed sleep medication. She apologized and retracted it, offering bizarre explanations. She leaned into the controversy instead of making amends, a clear sign she wasn't truly sorry. Uh, Azealia Banks has a long history of using offensive language online. She's issued multiple apologies promising change, but consistently returns to social media to launch new attacks. It's a cycle that fans have come to expect. Shane Dawson faced backlash for videos containing blackface and inappropriate jokes. He released a tearful apology, promising to do better, but soon returned to the internet, facing criticism for a lack of genuine change. Jeffree Star has apologized repeatedly for racist remarks, but continues to find himself embroiled in new dramas with accusations of bullying and manipulative behavior within the beauty community. Doja Cat faced scrutiny for participating in controversial chat rooms, apologized, but then found herself in hot water again for openly mocking her dedicated fan base on social media. Um, Alec Baldwin has a history of volatile online behavior, apologized for a homophobic slur, but continued to engage in aggressive online arguments and delete accounts repeatedly. Um, Whoopi Goldberg was suspended for insensitive comments about the Holocaust, apologized, but then repeated similar sentiments in a newspaper interview, raising questions about the sincerity of her regret. DeBatey faced widespread condemnation for homophobic remarks, apologized, but quietly deleted the apology from his profile and released music videos, seemingly mocking his critics. Kathy Griffin faced a federal investigation for a controversial photo, apologized, then retracted it, deciding to stand by her controversial action rather than seeking forgiveness. Chris Brown has apologized multiple times for violence and outbursts, but continues to engage in heated online arguments and face legal issues, making his apologies ring hollow. Ellen DeGeneres apologized for a toxic workplace culture, but appeared to dismiss the severity of the complaints and joked about the situation, suggesting a lack of genuine remorse. Leah Michelle apologized for creating a hostile work environment. Reports continued to surface about her difficult behavior, leaving many skeptical of her newfound humility. Sharon Osbourne apologized for defending Piers Morgan, but then retracted it, claiming she was set up by the network, a classic case of shifting blame. Iggy Azalea faced criticism for racist tweets, apologized, but continued to face accusations of appropriating Black culture and using a black scent. Um, Logan Paul apologized for filming a disturbing video in Japan, promised change, but then became involved in a cryptocurrency controversy, repeating the pattern of poor judgment. Jake Paul apologized for past misbehavior, but continued to create chaos and generate negative attention, seemingly prioritizing views over genuine change. Vanessa Hudgens apologized for insensitive pandemic comments, but continued to post content that many fans found out of touch with reality. Matt Damon apologized for explaining diversity to a Black producer, but later admitted he only recently stopped using a homophobic slur, revealing a slow pace of personal growth. Liam Neeson shocked many with a story about wanting to kill a Black man, apologized, but seemed frustrated that the public wouldn't accept his explanation. Sia faced backlash for her portrayal of autism, apologized, but then released the film with the controversial content largely intact, a clear sign of prioritizing her vision over sensitivity. Morgan Wallen's album sales skyrocketed after a racist slur surfaced, and he quickly returned to touring, seemingly facing no long-term consequences. Hulk Hogan was removed from the Wrestling Hall of Fame for racist remarks, apologized, but continued to make tone-deaf comments and portrayed himself as a victim. Especially Gina Rodriguez apologized for singing the N-word, but had previously faced criticism for insensitive comments, leading many to question the sincerity of her regret. Justin Bieber apologized for racist jokes from his teenage years, but continued to have run-ins with the law and behavioral issues for years after. 50 Cent apologized to Megan Thee Stallion for posting memes, but continued to use his Instagram page to troll other celebrities. Hartley Sawyer was fired for racist tweets, apologized, but disappeared from the industry, effectively ending his career. And so the cycle continues. It makes you wonder how many apologies are truly heartfelt and how many are just calculated moves to save a career. Tell us which celebrity apology you found the least convincing in the comments. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,